Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to take a look at the semi-finals and the finals of the iOS tournament. And for those of you that happen to miss the other two videos, covering highlight games from this tournament, I'll put a link to that in the video description. And you should see a card pop up in the top right corner of the screen, so you can check it out. But yeah, basically this is the semi-finals here. The second game against Moon Beacon Rush on Canyon map, and I started off with the Leech Atomizer, just to keep my distance. This is a very long range open map, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna start with a build that gives me that range first. So yeah, basically what I'm doing here is protecting our right flank, this right beacon, also trying to protect my clanmate. And just looking back at this footage here, I noticed that Cookie Monster, I think, overextended himself, because you see 3 red players in that area, and he's now found himself up 1 versus 3, which is never a situation you want to be in. So yeah, I'm just keeping my distance, playing the strength of my build, which is 500 meter range with the atomizer. So that's why you see me taking a couple of shots, letting my weapons cool down, and then firing again, just keeping them back so they don't get a little bit too aggressive here. This Jung was trying to actually bait me out into the open so he could take me out, or at least knock me down to my last stand. So I'm keeping my distance, but also staying close to this beacon in case I need to run in and sacrifice my leech in order to defend. This was around the time that Rain Man dropped in. You can see on the right side he was able to take out that flank, so that's why you see me moving to the center here to help out my teammates. What I didn't realize was that they had a Nightingale drop in on the left side along with that Jung, so I was getting suppressed. And what I found with this Hanger X, the suppression beam from the Nightingale was actually doing quite a bit of damage. Like, my weapons were popping off because of that. So now I got hit pretty bad. My last stand's triggered. I'm trying to get to cover on the left side, but also trying to pick off any players if I can, or knock them down to their last stand in order for my teammates to take them out. Okay, so that's pretty much what you see me doing here. Picking up players, trying to get them down to their last stand if I can. There was this Nightingale on the left flank here, so I had to be careful. So I'm staying behind cover. And this was around the time that I think one of my clanmates was saying he was nearby in a Nightingale. He could move on over to the side and heal me up. So I'm trying to put a little bit more pressure here on this left side. And the whole reason behind this kind of move here is to try to knock this guy down to his last stand. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. Try to sacrifice my leech, get this guy down to his last stand. And by doing this also, it puts him at more risk of losing his Nightingale. And in this Hanger X, I think the Nightingale was probably the strongest bot in this lineup. So after I lost my leech, I dropped in with my Jung Calamity. And I just really wanted to take out that Nightingale on the left side, because I knew I had knocked him down to his last stand, so he didn't have that to fall back on. Just so happened there was an Jung here, so we picked the Jung off. And then when the Nightingale landed, we took the Nightingale out. And I think for this Hanger X, it was so important to take out the Nightingales because, we didn't have pilot skills, so there's no mechanic or adamant mechanic. Also, there's no advanced repair or repair unit. So if you could take out the other team's Nightingales, they wouldn't be able to heal up. So that's kind of, why I was focusing on the Nightingale. And as I said, it is probably the strongest bot in this lineup as well. So I'm trying to bait this Phantom here out into the open, take him out, and put pressure on this left beacon. So one thing that I'm also keeping an eye on is, how much time do we have, and also what is the red team's beacon bar like? Because right now, their beacon bar is longer than ours. We're approaching the 5-minute mark. So we probably want to try to get a little bit more aggressive in terms of getting their beacons here, which is why you're going to see me actually attack on the left side. And I've actually said this before, but quite often, how I play in terms of whether I play defensive or aggressive is dictated by you know, the how much time is left in the game, but also the beacon bar. So that's why I'm getting a bit more aggressive. They had a couple of players drop in on this side, but I think you know, when that happened, they were also out in the open, so my teammates might have been able to pick them off. I had to drop in you know, on our home beacon here because of being threatened, but I'm in my Phantom now, and I still think that this Phantom was bugged because you know, one thing that I found when I used the ability of the Phantom, you know, usually you have that resistance, but I want you guys to actually pay close attention to, you know, when I get shot in the Phantom. So I'm going to wait until I have my ability, and when I move around the corner, when I get shot, I seem to take on a lot more damage than I probably should. It's almost as if I don't have any resistance at all. So you can really see it, you know, when I'm getting hit here. We're still trying to actually hold down this center beacon because, as I said, you know, the clock is ticking. We are kind of running out of time here, and technically speaking, the red team is still winning based on beacon bar. So that's why you see me getting a bit more aggressive on this left side. If I can try to knock them down to their last stand or take them out, even better. I tried to go for the Nightingale, but he went into flight, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to keep on pushing this beacon here, you know, getting that guy away from center too. So I put some pressure here on this side, and now I'm looking at the map and I'm thinking, okay, we have about 3 minutes left. I think we need to really start pushing and being aggressive. But the other thing I noticed too is they had 5 players. So I'm thinking, okay, one of their players is probably mech'd out. We have the player advantage now. Maybe we should actually start to push. So while some of my teammates decided to push on the left side, I kind of moved towards center to see if I could try to you know, defend the center beacon. So that's kind of what you see me doing. I'm trying to stop this leech as well, get him to use his ability so he doesn't make it to that right beacon. But yeah, we have a couple of players now at center trying to defend this beacon. I'm moving over to the right side just in case Cookie Monster needed help, and I think that was his last bot. Okay, so that's why I'm moving over here, trying to see if I can heal him up, and we're doing just that. And now I notice they have 3 players. So now we know for sure, you know, they are losing all their bots. You know, time to get aggressive and to push those beacons because we have the player advantage. And that's what you see us doing here. You know, really pushing those beacons, putting you know, more pressure on them. And I think this might have been their last player. So this guy, once he got taken out, you know, we have 5 beacons on them, and I think this guy realized at this point that you know, they had lost, and I think he was shaking his head or he was turning around. I noticed, you can see, I guess that's like his celebration of making it this far, but I thought that was kind of funny. So anyways, yeah, this is the second game. As I said, we won both games against you know, Clan Moon. And after we take a look at the score here, we're going to jump into the second game, which is the finals against Clan REXX. Okay, so this is the finals against Clan REXX. It is Beacon Rush, and it's the second game. So the first game we lost against them, it was Domination Mode and Yamantau map. This one we dropped in, and you know, round about this time is when Rain Man in our squad actually told us that he was having some really bad connection issues. So yeah, let's just say we weren't really in a good situation here. We're not even 1 minute into the game, and we could potentially be down a player, you know, within the next minute. So our initial plan of getting aggressive on the bridge, let's just say that, you know, we were having second thoughts. You know, should we do that? Should we maybe play a bit more defensive, trying to pick off you know, some players here before, you know, making an attack on the bridge? So we tried to see if we could, you know, pick off 1 or 2 players. I'm trying to do that, but the thing is, they're so dug in under that bridge there. We're not going to get that bridge. So I'm trying to see if I can maybe pick off you know, some of these flanks on the left side. Rain Man did make a move. He's trying to get an angle on those guys, but we weren't able to do that. So we're trying to see if we can maybe organize an attack on the bridge. And you're going to see me gradually move closer and closer to the right side. Okay, so that guy leached onto me. what he's trying to do is he's leeching onto me in the hopes that my teammates can shoot him, and then, you know, he can take me out that way. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm leeching onto him. I'm trying to attack his teammate underneath this bridge here. And I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, okay, we're almost 2 minutes now into the game. We need to make a move here, because otherwise we're going to lose based on beacon bar. So you're going to start seeing me move a bit more to the right side. We're going to make a coordinated push soon. I saw that guy up top there. I tried to see if I could take him out, or at least get him down to his last stand. Okay, so we still have 3 guys under the bridge here. I'm still trying to get an angle in, but I can't because they just well dug in there. You know, they're behind cover. They got that beacon, and they played it really well. So now you're starting to see me make a move here because we need to make a push. And as I was about to attack, I noticed these players were moving out into the open, so I decided to see if I could try to flank them from the sides. The thing is, my last stand got triggered, and I noticed that, and I thought at that point, you know what? I'm going to go down the ramp to see if I can help out my clanmates, because at this point I'm going to lose this leech pretty soon, so I might as well try to see if I can help them. And that's why you see me moving to the bridge here to try to help them out, but unfortunately I got taken out. And once I got taken out, I dropped in with my Nightingale. So that attack failed. I actually wanted to drop in with my Nightingale to go to the bridge and heal up my clanmates, but unfortunately they both died. So as I said, you know, that attack failed. Now we have to come up with another strategy here on how we're going to get that bridge. So we're going to do another coordinated attack. So my plan here was, because there's an Aljung all the way back, what they're doing is they're using range to wear us out. So by the time that we get to the bridge, you know, our last stand has triggered and it's easier for them to take us out. So my thinking here was, I'm going to go into a flight with my Nightingale. I'm going to actually charge that Aljung, okay, because he's going to hide behind cover, but I'm going to try to see if I can actually fly all the way back to the home beacon, and by doing that, I'm going to drag him away from the bridge so he can't support his clanmates. And I guess it's kind of a diversion, you know, just a distraction to try to get him away from his clanmates, and that's what I decided to do, you know, sacrifice my Nightingale here, more to kind of create an opportunity for my teammates, you know, in order to try to get that beacon by the bridge. So I was taken out. I noticed we still did not have the bridge. I dropped in with my Phantom, but I also see 3 of my clanmates by the bridge, so I think our chances are a bit better at, you know, getting that beacon there, but they're still holding it down really well. So I decided to charge down here with my Phantom, because obviously if you take a look at the beacon bar, they just say it's not looking good for us at this point. Okay, so I'm trying to get these guys down to their last stand. I'm focusing that one player down, and again I'm gonna lose this Phantom. Okay, so I lost my Phantom, and you know, I thought at this point it's kind of like now or never. We need to you know, just keep on pushing. So I dropped in with my Aljung, and I thought, okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe possibly slow down their reinforcements towards the you know, bridge. So if I could try to weaken their players down to their last stand, maybe we could actually get this beacon. So we are changing it actually white here. We have a couple of players. I did land down, you know, try to take out this leech. We triggered his last stand, so I'm just waiting for that last stand to end so we can take this guy out. Okay, so I was able to take that guy out. We still have a couple of players down below here, but at least the beacon is white. So now I'm just trying to focus on this guy here. He leeched onto me. Nothing I can really do over here, so I'm going to go into a flight, and then once again you see me trying to, you know, knock these guys down to their last stand so they can't get their reinforcements to this bridge area. So we are gradually, you know, trying to change this beacon here, but man, they just kept on streaming towards the bridge. You know, I had my last Ravana here, and I just had to race to that bridge. But this is the funny part. So as I'm racing towards this bridge here, Rainman, who was having like connection issues, you're gonna see him actually like run right over into the gorge. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I was running here, and you're gonna see he ran off into the gorge there. And at that point I thought, oh man, okay, now we're definitely gonna lose it at this point, because I think that may have been his last bot. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he was having a lot of problems in this game. I tried to do my best to get as many players here down to their last stand, but this was the final push for us, and unfortunately I was killed. This Nightingale was on my clanmate's head. I was trying to aim at them, but the targeting kind of messed up. So yeah, that's pretty much you know, all the bots I had. So yeah, at this point it's now 4 versus 6. But the crazy part is this beacon still has not changed in our favor. So we burned through a lot of bots trying to get this beacon here, and you know, these guys just kept on streaming towards the bridge there. We actually finally got the beacon, but the problem is we don't have any more players left. So we lost so many players trying to get this beacon, and unfortunately we were not able to, you know, hold off the next wave of attacks. So yeah, this was the final game. You can see all the dead bots here under this bridge, a total massacre. And yeah, so that's pretty much how the tournament went. So yeah, very well played to you know, Clan Moon and also to Clan REXX, the finalist in this tournament. So yeah, for those of you wondering, you know, what were the prizes of this tournament. So the first place winner got 5,000 gold and a Scorpion robot. The second place winner got 3,000 gold and a Scorpion robot. Third place winner 2,000 gold and a Scorpion robot, and the fourth place winners got a Scorpion robot. So there was gold and Scorpion robots up for grabs in this tournament. I actually did not even know what the prizes were when I participated, but yeah, I guess when the Scorpion comes to the live server, I'll have one of those. And you know, I will be doing also a Scorpion giveaway on my channel in the future, so if you haven't actually subscribed, definitely do that, because you know, that's going to be coming up in the future at some point, and I would like to hand out you know, a couple of those to you guys as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the tournament that I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.
There ain't no stopping now, feet off the ground, head to the sky. Yeah, wind by my side, you in my vision, directly we collide. You pull me in, I don't resist. Time seems to fly, but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix, and I wish that I just keep my eyes strong.